So this week, I had a bunch of little things going on. Again, still in the planning stages, early stages of the project. This week, I worked on that task list, turned that in. I made a Gantt chart, which is pretty crazy. You can see that here. And then we've been writing a paper. It's a 2-page paper, so it's pretty straightforward, but basically just outlining the problem, kind of talking about our proposed solution, just pretty much a general type of school assignment, nothing too crazy. But yeah, that's basically all that's been going on. Next week I'm doing a Google Ventures style sprint. I'm going to do 5 days of basically from start to finish making something and testing it in 1 week. Basically validating the idea as quickly as possible. And then the week after that, we have a pitch video to turn in. So I'll have content to show in that, as well as research from this paper that we're writing. And, it just kind of makes sense to do that now rather than after the pitch video. Pretty much it's like 5 or 6 weeks of solid work, and we install and we're done. It's it happens really quick after these next couple weeks. So it's about to get really interesting with the videos and then also really busy. So I worked with Flinto again, and I made a new design for a prototype. You can check out the video that Flinto released right there, and then I'm going to show you what I was thinking while I was working on it. Okay, so let me just kind of run you through some of what I was thinking when designing this this like demo app for Flinto. Basically, we have this super minimal, intentionally minimal e-commerce application, and the idea was so the whole point of this specific design was to show the different ways you can like repeat an animation inside Flinto. So we have 2 different versions of the same sort of thing. And then we have like 2 other types of animations in there. So let me show you what I mean by that. So I have the sunglasses and the shoe, as you can see, as they're in the news feed or the feed of products, and then they're in the product list here. And then when you click into them, they show you a product detail page, and you can hit the read more button to read even more information. So the idea is that these transitions from the main product page to the product detail page would be the same. In Flinto, you can apply the same animation to those 2, and then the animation from the read more to the extra detail page would be the same for both as well. So that's the general idea of what I was designing here. It was a good amount of fun to get in and design something that was pretty minimal and not my usual style necessarily. So yeah, it was a fun little exercise in practicing Sketch and doing some visual design, but also still trying to think about usability in the process. Things like making sure that everything is clickable with a 44-point box around it, at least. Stuff like that. It was. This is my second time designing something for the iPhone 10. So yeah, it was fun. So that is my Flinto prototype. I'm writing a Medium post about tools for Thesis. What tools am I using? I have a list of tools written out, and I'm in the early stages of writing this article, but I figured I might as well talk about some of them right here in the video. So yeah, the main tools I use are Bear for note-taking, Notion for managing basically everything, Milanote or Milanote, I don't know which one it is. That one's kind of like virtual sticky notes and kind of like a visual thinking tool. Obviously Sketch and a bunch of plugins for that, and then we'll see what else I need that kind of slips in, but yeah, either way, let's talk about Notion. Notion is the application that I'm using to keep myself organized throughout Thesis. It's kind of like a note-taking tool, but it's so much more than that. It has all these different levels to it. So the general idea is that you can have different boards and workspaces that have like subpages. So I have my Thesis home where I'm keeping all of my links and everything, and I'm also putting like my thesis question. That way I can always have that in mind, which I actually need to update this So why don't we do that right now? I'm using Bear and Notion this semester. I use Bear primarily to actually take notes, and then Notion is my organization of those notes. So I'm going to update my thesis question because that's changed since I last updated this. But essentially, I have it set up to where I have like really quick notes. If I needed to write something down to remember, or something that was really important that I didn't want to forget, I'd put it here. Like I said, my thesis question's up top. That way I have that always on top of mind. And I have my task board, which it looks kind of like a regular Kanban board. So you can make different tasks, move them between like to-do lists, in progress and done, just like any other kind of Kanban. Or so if I have any like writing assignments, this is where I'm going to put them. Basically, it's just to make sure that I have that all in a place. The general idea was just to keep myself organized with that. User test notes, and then my content to-dos, which I'm going to be able to keep myself really organized here and have, all my links of stuff I want to keep in mind, research stuff, all organized inside Notion. You should check it out. I also use it for freelance, but I'm not going to show you my freelance one. That's secret. Yeah, so check out Notion. It's pretty great. I have, links to PDFs in here. I have all my different task boards and everything. I have links to like Airbnb's Another Lens design philosophy stuff, and it's all right here, kind of my hub for keeping myself organized and on track. And I'll probably show you updates in how this is looking as I go, because it's probably going to get a lot more full, and I'm going to have embedded prototypes, so you can embed InVision prototypes in here and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's kind of a quick run through of the organization system I have going and the process I have for like taking notes and keeping myself up to date. That is basically it this week. Straightforward. So next week I'm doing the Google Venture Style Sprint. You'll see a video of that process on Wednesday, and then again on Saturday you'll see the last half of it when I actually build something and test it. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Then after that I'm doing the pitch video, and I'll take you along the ride for that. I'm probably going to be traveling for a weekend here pretty soon, and I'll bring this along and show you that. I'll tell you about it probably then. I'm also working more on that Dan Petty design challenge that he posted. So thank you for watching. Simple video this week, nothing too crazy. Tune in next time. You should hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. Go ahead and share this with people.